Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting Dragon Ball discussion. If you're new to the nickabenson channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit over 470 likes, which is, 470 subscribers, which is something that we're unable to do without your assistance. We also have a minimum like goal for this video of about 5 likes, so please smash that like button, because each time you do, it helps us get closer to our goal. If you enjoy Dragon Ball discussions, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay, college lifestyle vlogs, Skullgirls gameplay, etc., feel free to smash that notification bell, ding, 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 so you'll be notified whenever we do these live streams. Now let's get started with today's video, with the topics being the energy hand blade versus the energy barrier used by the androids. I feel like this will actually be a rather interesting discussion that will, in the end, be left up to what you guys think is best in the comment section below, because honestly, I think this one is a little difficult to discuss, as the wording for both is really specific in the Special Attack Dictionary, which of course is the official guide that we stand by when doing these discussions. Essentially, I surrender any of my previous beliefs to the Special Attack Dictionary and just say that since it comes from a guidebook, then like guidebook is law kind of thing. So let's hit this up. So what I want to focus on when it comes to the barrier, right now, again, we're looking at the Special Attack Dictionary from the Daisenshu, which is an official Dragon Ball guidebook. Okay, so in order to use the barrier, they must constantly emit ki. It can guard against ki attacks as well as physical attacks. But what's really important is that in order to cancel out physical attacks and ki attacks of opponents, they must emit at least twice their opponent's ki. And then the androids, for example, number 17, has an infinite energy generator. So due to being able to emit potentially infinite amounts of energy, the barrier should be able to just stop any attacks, just straight cancel out physical and ki attacks. So that should keep attacks from coming in until you look at what the energy hand blade is capable of. Which I would like to point out mainly for this one is that it is capable of cutting through everything. So the energy hand blade is capable of cutting through everything. Of course, the infinite energy barrier is capable of blocking out everything. But that's not entirely true, because I do feel like there is a break for the barrier where there is not really a break for the energy hand blade. And the argument here would be that the barrier requires that they must emit at least twice their opponent's ki. Now, if your opponent's ki is also infinite, then the energy hand blade would match it. Thereby, it would not be twice as much energy being emitted, allowing you to then cut through the energy barrier. Because as they say, the energy hand blade is capable of cutting through everything. So it is capable of doing so. This does not mean that the energy hand blade always does, but that it always has the capability to do so. So the barrier is imperfect only by the idea that if another being happens to have infinite energy, that they should be able to penetrate the barrier. So I feel like this one goes to the energy hand blade once again, though I feel like it's still debatable. For one, you would have to have infinite energy. 2, you would have to have the energy hand blade maneuver. You'd have to like have this technique, and then you would also have to be in a situation in which you were facing off against the energy barrier. But what do you guys think in the comment section below? Is this one just kind of ridiculous, or do you feel like it makes sense that the energy hand blade would be able to potentially cut through the barrier, considering that it's capable of cutting through everything? Also, do you feel like the capability of cutting through everything has to do with the amount of ki that is put into the hand blade, or do you think it just has to do with the hand blade's very nature? For example, do you feel like it's one of those moves where it in itself is capable of cutting through everything, regardless of like the amount of ki that you put into it? Or do you feel like it is directly proportional, in which then you would need infinite ki in order to cut through the barrier? In other words, what I'm saying is, could you just cut through everything with this technique without having to have infinite ki in order to cut through everything? Or do you feel like you would need infinite ki in order to cut through the barrier? I feel like that's the real like discussion point here. So hit me up with what you guys think in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll definitely be reading and responding to all comments. If you thought this video was interesting, make sure to smash that subscribe button and make sure to hit this video with a like. Thank you all once again for watching, and have a wonderful night. This is your host, Jet Black, logging out, but stay tuned as more Dragon Ball discussions will be coming up as the night continues.